Hey kiddos, week 2 of your 4-5 cycle for reading. Okay, so this is ELA. It looks very similar to the one that we just did, so this should be really easy for you to do. Okay, the first reading passage that you're going to do is about honeybees, and we had just learned about honeybees actually before we kind of went on this little break. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to read this little passage about honeybees, and actually you have some different crayon colors here. What Eli and I did was we went through and we colored each of our crayons so that they matched what they said, and then when we read the story, or he read the story to me, we went in, we looked at the question, we found the answer in the passage, and we colored the answer with that color of the crayon. So this first one is supposed to be brown. So when we read the story and we found the answer, we colored the answer in the passage brown. Then we hop down here. This one says gray. So we read the question, we went up here, we found the answer, and we colored it gray. Okay, your third grade teachers will be so happy if you are practicing this, because when you go to third grade, you have to prove your answers, which is what we've been doing anyways. So you're going to be so ready for third grade, especially if you start practicing these or continue practicing what we were actually already doing. Okay, so make sure you're doing that. So answer all the questions. If you have mommy or daddy right there, or grandma, grandpa, or babysitter, whoever's helping you out with this, maybe have them check your answers first to make sure you're okay before you do the coloring part. That's what I did with Eli. As I checked his answers, because I was right there with him, and we checked to make sure these were all correct. Then when he went to color, remember, whatever your choice is here, A, B, or C, that is going to be your brown crayon. You color all of those letters brown. Whatever your answer choice is here for number 2, D, E, F, then you're going to use your gray to color those letters over here, just like you did on that last section that you had read about, okay? So that would be the first day. Then, just like last week where we read about firemen and police officers, now you're going to read about a couple different places. You have the airport, so you'll read about the airports. Tiny little passage, it's so easy. Then you answer the questions down here. Now, one thing I want to make sure that you're doing, so that when I get these and I check them over for you, make sure you're following all of the directions, because there are specific directions at the bottom especially that you have to make sure you do. And I'll be looking for those things when I'm checking your packet, okay? Make it easy on me, follow those directions. Then, a post office. Read about the post office. It's a tiny passage again, super tiny, okay? And then go back in and find your answers. Again, Eli and I practiced finding his answer and labeling that's where the answer is. Okay, that way you're ready for third grade. Get those brains ready, okay? Follow those directions too. Then we have the daily language, and this one actually says number 3 at the top, just so you know, and it has a sunshine, so make sure you're looking at that one. ABC order is the first part, and it actually says ABC order the third letter. Now there's a reason. Look at all of those words right there. What do you notice about the first 2 letters? They're all the same, right? CR. So when you look at the third letter, use that third letter to help you put these in order, alphabetically, ABC order. If you need to, you could always put your alphabet across the top to help you, okay? Down here, this is all about the friendly letter. Actually, this is pretty cool, because a lot of you have been doing the pen pal letters. I even heard of somebody that's been doing all the kiddos that they can. They've been writing to everybody, which is absolutely amazing, and I love that. So good job. So here we have our friendly letter, and all of our friendly letters have to have these parts, okay? That's what makes them a friendly letter. So at the tippity top, you'll notice it says July 29th, 2012. Well, what is that called? The date, right? So you're just going to come down here to this box, and you're going to put the word date up there, okay? Then I see Dear Sally. Like a lot of you have written me letters or notes, and they say, Dear Mrs. Bale. That is your greeting. You are saying who you're writing to, okay? You're greeting that person. Like I may send a letter to, let's make up a name here, Jackson, okay? Dear Jackson. Or I make up a girl's name. I say, Dear Sally, okay? Or she's Sally. How about Dear Holly, okay? So I put Dear Holly. That's your greeting, okay? Then you have where you write your actual letter, where a lot of you have told me things about yourself, like what you've been doing, or where you've been, or like you saw so and so, or whatever it is. Those are your little letters that you're writing to me. That's this part right here. And this part here says, "Hi Sally, how are you doing? I hope that you are having a great summer. I am excited about school starting soon. Maybe we will be in the same class again this year. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I am looking forward to seeing you soon." That sounds like something you might write to one of your friends, doesn't it? This part right here where you're writing the letter is called the body. Okay, that's the body, the main piece of the whole letter. Down here it says, "Your friend." I usually put love or I put a heart. Okay, that is your closing. Okay, that's where you're closing up your letter. And then you sign your name. This person's name is Mary. I would write Mrs. Bale, okay? And this is actually called the signature. And actually, this is where you could start to learn cursive. If you have mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, babysitter, somebody there that could start teaching you cursive, that would be fun too. A lot of you are writing super duper nice and neat with your printing. You are so ready to learn cursive. Okay, so that's something fun that you could ask and see if you guys could start learning together. Okay, just something if you want to. Then we have text features. We talked a lot about nonfiction text features, and we have down here a list, only 3 that you have to choose from. Caption, remember caption that goes along with a picture, remember it was underneath the picture. Table of contents, which in our book that we've been reading, I hope you're listening to the different chapters. If not, jump on there and listen to them. Here's the table of contents. It tells you all the chapters and the page number that they're found on. And then title, okay, so like the title of the chapter, okay, or maybe the title of a heading, okay, things like that, or the title of the article. Then it says, the blank tells the reader the topic of the text. Which one of these goes on the line? And if you're ever not sure, remember, skip it and come back to it. Okay, so listen to the other ones. The blank lists the names of each chapter, including the page numbers. You can do that. The blank explains what a photo is about. A photo is another word for picture. Okay, so fill in. All you have to do is copy and put the word on the line. Okay, I bet you got those all done. Prefixes. Prefixes come at the beginning of a word, and they change the word's meaning, okay? You actually attach the prefix to a root word, okay? So here's my root word. Let's say I have made, okay? Made is a word. Then I take a prefix, pre, and I put it on the beginning, okay? Because the prefix comes at the beginning. Now my new word is pre-made, okay? If something's pre-made, it's already been made beforehand, okay? Like a pre-made pizza. How about I have the root word take, okay? Take is a word. And I put the prefix retake. If you retake a picture, what are you doing? You're taking it again. The root word was take. I just hooked something onto the beginning. That's a prefix, okay? And it changed the meaning of the word. Take, like I take something, or retake, I'm going to take it again, okay? Now let's look. I have some sunglasses here, and we have to take a look at them. It says color the answer below. So get a crayon, any color. Blue's my favorite. To treat someone badly. Which one of these parts of the sunglasses means to treat somebody badly? Mistreat or pre-treat? Notice that treat is the root word. What's the prefix that makes it to treat someone badly? Color that side of the sunglasses, okay? Then we have to prepare before. To prepare before. Would that be prepare or repair? Which one is it? Color it in. Down here, add details. Add details to the sentence below. The duck waddled. Well, that's a really boring sentence. Can you add some detail to that? What did the duck look like? Where did he waddle to? What was he doing? Right? Was anybody there with him? Tell me. Write me a sentence adding to the duck waddled. Okay? Don't forget your capital at the beginning. Punctuation. Do your best with spelling. Okay? And then we're on to this page. And this one says May Daily Language number 4. Okay? So this is day number 4. Homophones. Homophone, get your phone out, okay? These words are going to sound the same, but they're going to have a different meaning, and they're going to be spelled different. So get your phone out. Homophones sound the same, but they have a different meaning, and they're spelled differently, okay? So I have two pictures here, okay? I have this little guy, and I have this right here. Now, if you look below, there's two words, night and night. This one has night and night. Notice that they're spelled different. K-N-I-G-H-T and then N-I-G-H-T. They sound the same, don't they? Your job right now is to look at the picture. So look at your pictures. Color the homophone that matches. Then use the words in one sentence. So look here, night. What kind of night is that? Is that K-N-I-G-H-T? Is that like a knight in shining armor? Or is it night as in nighttime when we go to sleep? Color in the word that matches. Look at this scene right here. We have night, K-N-I-G-H-T, which is knight in shining armor, and we have night as in go to sleep, okay? Take those two words, night and night, sound the same, homophones, use them in one sentence, okay? Tell me something that the night could be doing at night, okay? One sentence. Don't forget your capital. Don't forget details, and don't forget your period. Or maybe you turn it into a question mark and you need a question, or an exclamation mark because it's exciting. Okay, you can choose whatever kind of punctuation mark you need. Then I have your and your. Your, Y-O-U-R, and then we have Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. That's a contraction which we've been working on, where you take two words and you smush them together like you are, and you turn it into your, okay? You have to figure out which one goes on the line. So where did you find your shoes? Here's the way to do this. Plug in your, and then plug in you are. Which one makes more sense? If you are makes sense, then you do Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. If your sounds good, then you leave it Y-O-U-R, okay? So I would go like this. Where did you find your shoes? Where did you find you are shoes? Which one made sense? Okay, if your sounds good, you write your. If you are sounds good, then you write your as in Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Okay, try that with each one of them. Tell me when you're ready to go. Tell me when you are ready to go. How old is your little sister? How old is you are little sister? Figure out which your to use in each one of those. I'm going to come up here. This one says, highlight the collective noun in each sentence. Okay, you ready? The swarm of bees buzzed overhead. Okay, which one's your noun? Okay. We watched the gaggle of geese cross the road. He carried a bundle of sticks from the woods. Okay, can you find your nouns? Person, place, thing. Sounds of EA. Okay, can make long E, short E. Okay, EA. We didn't really get into EA very much, so this is kind of new. Okay, it says sort these. Now, first start by looking at your words. Reach, head, heel, feast, deaf, sweat. Now listen. Long E is going to say E, and short E is going to say eh. Okay? I would get 2 crayons. You choose any colors you want, okay? I would color long E one color, and I would color short E the other color. Now listen to me read these words again. E is long E. If you hear one of these words say E, color it your long E color. If it doesn't say E, it says eh, short E sound, color this color, okay? Reach, short E or long E? E. Do you hear the name E, or is it eh? Head, head. Heel, feast, deaf, sweat. Okay, read those words again. Then write them in the correct columns. Okay, Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Then we have fix the sentence. Cinco de Mayo is celebrated on May 5th every year. I see some goofs. Okay? I see some capitalization errors, punctuation. I see some spelling errors too. So see what you can find, okay? Then we have possessive nouns. Possessive means that you own it, okay? Write the possessive noun below. The toys belong to the children, okay? The toys belong to the children. Possessive means it belongs to somebody, okay? All right, can you do this? I think you can. And then you are almost done. You'll have 1 week left. Oh my goodness, you're right there. Good job, kiddos. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And if it's the weekend, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.